is not my cat. It's my school cat. So you may ask, why don't you have a pet? Well, here is the story. When I first graduated from my primary school, I asked my mom to take me to the flower market. There, I fell in love with a parrot. She was so pretty with a yellow crown and the white feathers covering her whole body that kept attracting my attention. So I reluctantly stayed at that shop. My mom noticed and asked, what happened? So I said, Mommy, can I get a bird for a pet? You and Daddy do not allow a cat or a dog, but she's a bird, so that would be okay, right? My mom was silent and thought for a while. Please, Mommy, I did well on the graduation test. Then she said, well, okay, but you have to be the one who always look after her and make sure to be responsible for her. I agreed, but I only complied at the beginning. After a month, my dad asked me to return the parrot to the shop because it wasn't me taking care of her. It's my grandma taking care of her. So I have no choice but to say goodbye to my first temporary pet in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, it is important to consider the consequences of getting a pet without proper forethought. Some people may not realize the commitment involved and end up abandoning their pets. Pets are domesticated animals that rely on human care and may not survive if left on their own. For instance, they may die of diseases because of stale food and unclean water. Abandoned pets can also face a safety risk, especially on roads where they are at risk of being injured or killed. Moreover, in some parts of Asia, there are issues of trafficking and selling illegal and unsafe dogs and cats meat, and which can have serious implications for human food safety. Additionally, trafficked animals may be forced into illegal breeding, perpetuating the cycle of exploitation. Those new generations of animals may carry diseases which would influence their whole life because of the misconduct of the staffs involved in breeding. Last but not least, abandoned dogs and cats may be very likely to be abused by people with violent behavior. And those people may take videos during the abuse and send them to the darknet as premium channel. After discussing the challenges that abandoned pets may face, you may have a better understanding of how the abandoned pets would have the impact on them. Next, we will discuss how these abandoned pets can influence environment and the lives of humans. This is the main reason why we encourage everyone, whether you love pets or not, to take the issues of abandoned pets seriously. If we pass the issues over in silence, the impact will return to us. Start with the most common problem. Most of us are trying to stay away from a dirty cat or dog on the street because we don't want to get scared. We don't want to scare or provoke the dog and therefore get a bite or a scratch. But we are not always that fortunate. Another common example, during the night, when you have already took a bath and ready to fall asleep on your big comfortable bed, there would be some cat howling that considered as noises, which is really annoying sometimes. As mentioned before, abandoned dogs and cats can be involved in the illegal breeding, illegal selling of their unsafe meats, and mixed with those illegal meats and placed on a human dining table. Other than this, despite the animal shelters rescues have tried their best to save as many abandoned pets as possible, there would have several impacts on them because of the increased number of abandoned pets. The most obvious problem is that many shelters may not have the other places for more abandoned pets, and they reach their full capacity of animals easier, which would lead to resorting to using euthanasia. Another problem is the financial burden for both governmental or non-governmental organizations. Those staffs may struggle to stay financially afloat. In addition, in the urban ecology system in cities, abandoned pets are not the only members. They, especially alley cats, are seen as the invaders of native species. Because more and more abandoned cats with no sterilization occurs, it contributes to an already existing stray animals overpopulation become even more serious nowadays. This huge population of alley cats do not have predators or species competing for food resources at the same level in the food chain. They can even get high nutrient food from humans and the dustbins. This indicates that they are almost the apex predators apart from human in the ecology system, meaning they were able to prey on invertebrates, fish, birds, and even the small mammals. This impacts seriously on the population of these local animals. According to the statistics of the minimum annual predation of wild animals by cats in China, about 12 billion to 32 billion local animals would be killed by alley cats every year. Quite a huge number, right? This loss in the population of native species cannot solved by feeding alley cats by the reasons of the entertainment killing phenomenon common around cats. So you may ask, if there is a solution for improving the problem of animal abandonment, the answer is yes. What we can do is, first, carefully consider whether to have pets before really having a pet. When we are sure and ready to have a pet, we can adopt pets instead of buying them, and do not buy pets from illegal markets because of they are cheaper, which contributes to solving animal abandonment. And at the same time, reduce feeding of abandoned animals, especially cats, because this may cause overpopulation become even more seriously. Stray animals are justifiably sympathetic, but that doesn't mean we should feed them. All I want to say is that the unconditional love from pets for the responsibility of human. Thank you.